Types of buildings. In the Harappan civilization, excavations have uncovered many types of houses and public buildings at both large and the small scale settlements. So from the excavation we have found many types of houses, public building, both small and the large scale settlement. They are grouped into three categories. Number 1, private houses. Number 2, large houses surrounded by smaller units. Then the large public structure. The size ranges from single roomed tenement to the houses with the courtyard having up to dozen rooms of varying size. Okay, so we cannot find a similar type of houses everywhere. The size differs, and the size also having variety of ranges. That is, sometimes there may be a single roomed houses with courtyards, or it may be having the dozens of rooms of the varying size. So clear. So size ranges from the single roomed tenements to the houses with the courtyard having up to dozen rooms of varying size. The doorway and windows rarely opened into the main street. Make a note. The doorways and the windows are rarely opened into the main street but faced sideline. So obvious, it is something like a security purpose. So in those days itself, it is a very well planned construction. The view into the house was blocked by a wall or a room around the front door. So if there is a house, in the front door there will be a wall. You understand the point? So what will happen is, the passers-by who is going in the road cannot able to see the things what is happening inside the house, that is in the central courtyard. So again you read from the beginning, the view into the house was blocked by a wall or a room around the front door. This was done to protect the activities in the central courtyard from the view of the passerby. Again it is something like a security purpose. So we have to wonder how in those days itself they have very well planned structure, isn't it? Many houses were 2-storied and some houses may have 3-storied. So some scholars believe like this, that is, many houses are 2-storied and some houses also had 3-storied, and hearths were commonly found in the rooms. Hearth is nothing but it is some type of flooring, okay, where it is used for the burning purpose, mainly for the cooking purpose. Is it clear? Now almost every house had bathroom, and the adjacent house were separated by the narrow space called no man's land. Make a note again. So suppose this is one house and the adjacent house will be like this, okay, and in between there is a space, it is a narrow space, it is called as a no man's land. It means it does not belong to anyone. Nobody can construct anything here. So if this is one house and this is the adjacent house and in between there is a narrow space, and that is nothing but the no man's land. Hope the point is clear for you. Now the big houses had a well in courtyard. Deep grooves on the brick at the top edge of the well show that ropes were used to lift the water up. See, in those days itself all these things were existed. So from the excavation, that is the deep grooves on the bricks at the top edge of the well were found. So the scholars believe that the ropes must be used to lift the water up from the well, probably with leather or the wooden bucket. Clear? Now let us study about the public building. The most remarkable features of the citadel mount at the Mohenjo-daro is the Great Bath. Make a note again. Make a note please. The most remarkable feature. So if they ask you what is the most remarkable feature of the Harappan civilization at Mohenjo-daro, means it is nothing but the Great Bath. It measures 12 meter by 7 meter and it is nearly 3 meter deep. from the surrounding pavement. You try to understand the point. That is, it measures 12 meter length and 7 meter wide and 3 meter depth from the surrounding pavement. It is approached at either end by the flight of steps. So the great bath is something like this. So either end there will be some flight of steps, so we can approach it. Is it clear? The floor of the bath was constructed of the swan bricks. So make a note. This may be a question, who knows? So wherever the possibility of the question is there, we should make a note and we have to try to remember that. So the floor of the bath, what bath? The great bath. Where? At the Mohenjo-daro. What is that great bath? That is the one of the remarkable feature. Clear? So the floor of this great bath was constructed of the swan brick set on edge in gypsum mortar, okay, with a layer of the bitumen sandwiched between the inner and the outer brick layer. Okay. Now water was supplied by a large well in an adjacent room, and an outlet from one corner of the bath led to a high corbel drain disgorging on the west side of the mound. So the discharge of the water, there is a way present in the west side of the mound. Is it clear? So water is supplied by the large well into that great bath in an adjacent room, and an outlet from one corner of the bath led to the high corbelled drain disgorging on the west side of the mound. Now surrounding the bath there were porticos and set of rooms. So you may ask, what is porticos? It is nothing but from the great bath the set of rooms are present here. So the way is there from the great bath to that room. This way is called as the porticos. It may have some covering also on the top. Okay. So and while a stairway led to the upper story. Is it clear? So from the surrounding the bath there were the porticos and a set of rooms. So it is generally believed or it is agreed what? That is, this bath was linked with some sort of ritual bathing which has been very common in Indian life right from the ancient time till today. So they agreed or they taught that this bath was linked with some sort of the ritual bathing. Is it clear? So which is a common practice in Indian life right from the ancient time to till today. So just again listen and try to make the points clear and try to remember some sort of data which is necessary for the exam point of view. Clear? Fine.